Welcome all to another Dave Downey fly tying video production. Here I'll be sharing my favourite flies and methods of tying them to make catching fish better for all you anglers around the world and make the flies easier to tie with my styles and techniques. All these flies I do personally use, and they're not designed to catch the angler, they're designed to catch fish. At the end of each video I'll have a wee list of materials required to tie the fly, just in case you missed it in a video, and also a link to my online shop where you can purchase the flies and the materials required to make these killer patterns. I hope you all enjoy the video and that you'll pass the word about my channel and subscribe. The more followers the better it can be for me. And today I will be tying a little olive shrimp with a twist. It's got a goose biot up the back which gives it a nice brightness about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to tie the fly, right? So it's a size 10 I'm tying it on a fully milled check nymph hook, alright, bronze, size 10. Quite a big hook, but I want to tie it on a big hook. And I'll tie it down to size 14s. What else we're going to use? We need some lead wire, right, or lead foil, whatever you prefer. Depends how heavy you want to basically lead the fly up. Going to need some 4 kilo Jackson for the rib, or nylon, whatever you want to use. It's quite a complicated fly. We're going to use some small opal mirage. That's going to be the body. Some Sibia alpaca blend, dark olive, which has actually got like UV pearlescent type things through it. Some hen's shellback. That's number 37 or 34, I'm sure it's 37, just the writing I can't really see. It's sort of an olivey pearl shellback. Some of this stuff, so that's fine UVA stubbing, that's yellow Sibia stuff. Some of this fire peacock, which is light bright dubbing, Sibia again. We're going to use a nice lime green goose biot. That's ones that I've dyed myself. Use them for buzzer cheeks, but they can also work with this. And we're also going to use the low viscosity UV resin, right? So that's the bet for stuff that Vineyards are doing now. Seems to be as good as anything, to be honest. So we're going to tie with some sheer 14-0 wisp. First of all, we need to put our lead on, and we need to decide how many layers of lead we're going to use. So we'll run the thread down the hook shank. Obviously I'm doing that so I can get the lead to grip. I want the lead to have something to grip to instead of a bare hook shank. Okay, then we get a piece of lead. Right. And always the same. Start for the back, go forward, rather than for the front to go back. And we'll just wind it right up and just snap it off. This side I'll cut it off, and then I'll use a whip finish tool just to flatten that down a wee bit. There's a wee ball on the end of it that I just use for that. Now we could put another layer of lead on if we wanted. If we were going to do that, we would start it here, right? I'll put a small bit in the middle just to show you. Obviously you're not going to run it at full length because you want to get a shape to it, right? So we'll then cut. We'll leave that on because it's going to look quite good. And we'll just pull that one off once we put the scissors down. Now you could be really pernickety and super glue all this and do all that, but you're going to lose it on the bottom anyway at some point, so I don't see a point. You see how that bit of lead's moved, so what we need to do is just push it round again. Push it round and try and get it in a bit tighter. That's it, I'm just using the whip finish tool to do that. Then we'll just catch it in. All I'm doing is just running some thread over the top of it just to hold it in place. Says you could super glue it if you really wanted, but then you're wasting more time. That lead is determined to keep coming loose, so we'll just push it back in. Once you're tying the fly anyway, it'll not matter. Right. So we'll just do some more wraps. Now the thing about this fly is getting everything in the right place. No doubt I'll probably get something, maybe get something wrong, maybe I'll not. So first thing we need to put in is our rib. Okay, so we're going to be using a bit of nylon. As it says, I just use the Jackson stuff. You could use any nylon, but I like the strength of this and the diameter. Obviously I fish with it, but the little 25 metre spools are perfect for fly tying as well. So just catch that in and then tie it back. The whole time you're actually strengthening up the lead because you're putting more layers of thread down. Okay, so that's first part. Next part, we need to put the goose biot in, believe it or not. So, goose biot's got a sort of natural curve to it. So we're doing it upside down because we want it to sit that way on a hook. Right? Just move that bit of nylon out of the way. So for this we want to go back a bit. The problem is you've got to make sure you've got enough length to cover the hook shank. Right? Because remember you're going to be putting a lot of materials on here as well, so that'll do. Catch that in. Not too tightly because you could snap the biot and that means you need to start again. The next thing we're going to get in is our shell back. I'm just going to cut a piece of this off because it comes in a one length. It takes ages. It's a nightmare to work with. So what I'm going to do though is I'll go forward with this one and I'll catch it in near the top of the fly. So a loose loop over the top and catch it in. This stuff, it will stretch to a certain extent, but you need to be careful. Alright, so that's that bit done. Okay. Keep that out of the way. Okay, right. I'm going to put a wee bit of wax on here now, because now we're going to start building the fly up. We've still got one more rib to go in, but we'll do that in a minute. So we're going to put the yellow ice dubbing in. Okay. Says once again, I've put it. We only want a little bit. I don't want too much because it's only like 2 turns, 2 wraps. All it is a little bit, cheeky little bit of yellow. 1, 2, and a wee bit. So that'll give it that wee caddisy type butt on it. Right, so the next thing we want is our UTC Mirage in small. Just take a piece of that off. Catch that in. Right. And then put that on the spring as well. And while we're talking about tying flies, a lot of people neglect actually about tools. For bobbin holders, there's loads of fancy things out there with drags and all sorts of crap on it. I like to just use a good old TMCO. Not the cheapest on the planet, but definitely the best. That's what it's supposed to do. It holds the bobbin, holds the thread in place, and it does it well. And it's ceramic, and it doesn't snap the thread that much. So we're going to use the alpaca blend next. So I'm not going to dub that on too tightly. I want it a wee bit looser. It just saves a bit of work later on because I really can't be bothered using a brush to brush all this out. So I'm going to wind that up. You notice I'm always using my left hand. And that's just to put the materials in the right place. Right, keep going. Right, so we're going to stop just here. We want a wee bit more shininess up at the front, so that's when we use the Fire Peacock. Okay. So same again, get a bit of that. Just dub it onto the thread. And then here we go. Put another wee bit on because it's a wee bit short there. I want it to go to right to the end of the lead. It's a bit better. At this point, for the sake of a couple of millimetre of thread, I'm just going to whip finish it because I don't want things coming apart on me. So you can see it there, it's looking quite good already. Alright, so what we're now going to do is just run the herl up and tie that off. And I say sometimes I prefer this fly to be a lot slimmer, so I'll only do one layer of lead. Right, then we need to obviously do another whip finish because there's a lot of work in this fly for it all to spring apart because you snap the thread or something else. Right, so we're now going to stretch that across the back. So I'm stretching it gently and then catch it in. And it stretches quite nicely, but obviously it only goes so far before it will snap, so you need to watch what you're doing. And then we're going to trim that off and make sure we get a whip finish in there as well. Alright, so you can start to see the shape of the fly, it's starting to take shape. So the next thing is obviously the goose biot. That's going to go right across the back. You can see that one's pretty tight, so I'm just setting it in place and I'm just going to run the thread until I get it on there. So size 12s, that would be no bother at all, but obviously with that 10 it fits perfect, but it was close. So it'd have been a bit of a pain if it didn't reach and I had to retie the whole fly. Okay, so that's us done all that. So there's a lot of work went into this. Next thing, what we want to do is in between the herl, just use the nylon to catch it down, and that'll help secure obviously the goose biot, because goose biots are quite fragile, they do snap quite easily. So we've got the goose biot in, we've got the segmented effect using the nylon. As I say, you could use a little brush to pull all that stuff out to make it a lot more shrimpy looking. I tend not to bother. So I've done about 6-7 wraps over the thread. What I'm now going to, in the bit of nylon, I pull it back the way now and then I do the same 6-7 wraps over the top of it, and that secures it. Okay. Then obviously one whip finish, 2 whip finishes. Take the thread off, cut the nylon, and there you go. So that's the goose biot backed shrimp. That is a really good pattern. But what we've obviously got to do, I'll bring over my UV light. I don't know if you can see that, but the UV light, that's the name of it, right? You can find them on Amazon, and it is just an archway, and it's just full of UV lights, and it works really well, especially if you're doing more than one fly. So what we'll do is we'll adjust the hook so we can put this resin on the back. Right, so the resin's coming out quite nice. Then we'll just hit it with a UV light. I'm obviously going to do a couple of coats of resin on this because you want it to look kind of shrimpy, so you're going to kind of build it up a wee bit. But it's a good middle dropper fly, to be honest. Grayling really love it. This is the boring bit of the video when the UV's on it. Right, switch that one off. Right, so that's fine. Then we'll put the next one on. So you could probably use the thicker one, to be honest. There is a different thickness if you're wanting to build it right up. I'm wanting to get round the sides and build it up a little bit. Like I says, I wouldn't normally do this in the vise. Normally I'd have maybe 5 or 6 of these, maybe even up to 10 lined up, and then I would just do the whole lot with this this lamp. This is only for the video, I'm doing it this way. Right, so that's us got a nice coating on there. And I always find it's better, once you've done that, believe it or not, is to put a wee coat of clear varnish over the top of it. And it kind of brightens it up and also protects it. Now obviously got to varnish the head of the fly as well, because underneath's not been varnished. So I'm just doing that, and I'll use a little bit of lead or wire or anything just to basically clear the eye of the hook before it dries. There's nothing worse than a cold winter's day when you're trying to grille and fish and you can't get the nylon through the hook. And that's it, the olive backed shrimp. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you enjoyed it, you can follow me on Facebook, David C. Downey. You can follow me on Instagram, Dave Downey Fly Fishing, and check out my guiding site and my online shop, www.davedowneyfishing.com, www.fly-fishingworld.com. Thanks for watching another Dave Downey Fly Time video production. Have a great day and have even more great days fishing in the future.